Okay, so you're either about to start networking, you're about to start going out to network, you're either looking for a new job, or you've got a new job in sales, or hey, you're a business owner and you're just wanting to take the networking to the next level. So I want to tell you about some things that I see. I'm a master networker, just some things that I see when people just go networking just the wrong way. So some critical things, some mistakes you might be making when it comes to networking. We just want to get into it so you can end this video and just know some things that you need to start working on it when you're out there and you're just trying to really just connect with people. So, but first off, need you to go ahead and like this video. Need you to subscribe. Got to put that out there. Need your help so I can get more information out there to help people like you that are trying to grow their business, trying to get some things together, trying to get their jobs, career, whatever it is you're trying to do. My name is Lutalo K. I'm a social media strategist. So, I'm out there in the field just trying to grow and to share the stuff and experience I have. So let's get into it. The first mistake that I see, and I have experienced this a couple of times, is the people that get out there and they just want to pitch their business. They didn't find anything about you. They don't know anything about you. And they're already pitching like, I've got this product and I've got this service. It's great and it's good. And when you do that, you immediately turn that person off. Some people might be receptive, and you may be lucky that somebody's looking for that. But 9 times out of 10, when you're in a room, especially if it's like initially a networking event, like everybody in there is pretty much trying to sell. Nobody's trying to buy. And you've got to be open to that first. And pitching before you even actually get to know that person, or even if they even qualify to buy your product or service, or they'll be interested in what you're doing, it's just that is just the right way to mess stuff up. You don't want to pitch. You want to pitch. If anything, ask questions. Get to know that person. I master, and it's funny. I had a situation today. I tell you today, at a BNI event. Today, and it was really interesting because a guy that I hadn't seen for a few months went up to him. And, I knew from meeting him, I knew that he's a minister and he's got a contracting company. And what's so funny is when I meet people, I make an effort to know name. I make an effort to get to know that person. I don't care if it's a room of 100 people. I want to really get to know 2, 3, 4 really good people. I really want to go know him. So we get to talking, and the first thing I ask him, I say, how's your ministry going? He was very passionate about that. And when I talk to somebody and I get to know how passionate they are, to me that just makes a difference for me. I love learning about people, especially business people. That's just my thing. But his ministry was important to him, and he paused and he was just like, I didn't even remember talking to you about that. And I thought that was interesting. I know about his ministry. I know about his construction company. Now, I don't know how much stuff he remembers about me. And, for me, I'm not even concerned about that. It's nice, but I make an effort when I meet people to get to know them. And this is somebody that I knew about. And I just thought that was ironic that he was just surprised that I remembered that. And those are the things I make an effort to do. And it's the more you do it, it's not difficult, but don't go in and pitch. Get to know. And that leads me into the second part of this 3-part thing when it comes to the things you don't want to make a mistake when it comes to networking. And that is listening. 2 ears, 1 mouth. You really want to listen. I listen. I'm curious. I'm honestly curious, but let's just say that you are in a situation you really need to make a sale. Or let's say you just really need to get a job. The listening piece is really important because I have been in situations where I listened to someone and I listened carefully enough to where pitching them became easy. They got comfortable enough for me to really be able to say, I can help you with that. So let me give you an example. You get to a network and say, hey, how's business? Everybody's going to say business is great. Okay, are you're getting all the customers you want? Of course they're not getting all the customers they want. They wouldn't be at the networking event more than likely if they're just like jam-packed or they don't want any more customers. So it's like, for me, I'm a marketing guy. So it's kind of like, okay, so I'm just curious. What are some things that you're doing to get customers? And I'm asking them questions. I'm not interrogating them. We're having a conversation. And this might be after I really got to know about them and about what they do. But for me, because I'm a marketing guy, I'm really curious. Well, what are you doing? Are you doing flyers? Are you posting on social media? Are you doing billboards, radio ads, television ads? Like, what are you doing? And as you get deeper in conversation, a lot of times I'll say, hey, if you're interested, I'd like to give you some suggestions. And I give them, have you tried this? No, I hadn't tried that. Okay, so have you thought about that? And you're having that conversation. But for me, like 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, they're already telling me what they need. And I come back and say, hey, if you're interested, I would love to help you with that. But I listen to them. See, that's the thing. You've got to listen. I have gone into so many situations where people just talk about how great their product or service is and talk. And you don't know anything about that person. Listen, take the time. 2 ears again, 1 mouth. If you listen, if you are really hungry for a sale, I'm telling you, if you listen and you listen to enough people, they'll end up saying, oh, you know what? I need that service. So listening is one of the key components when it comes to networking. I'm not going to say it's necessarily the most important, but it's one of the most important. Okay? Listen. Can't stress it enough. Last, definitely not least, but the last thing I'm going to talk about today is follow up. What is the point of you burning gas or burning somebody else's gas, your time? You get to an event, you meet someone, you have a conversation, you connect, and you don't follow up. Like, what the heck? And then you especially say, well, I really need customers. I need to be clients. But you don't follow up. Follow up. And I'm going to tell you, even if you hadn't talked to somebody in 2 months or 3 months and you'd be like, man, I forgot, call them. You don't have to call them to pitch. Just call and say, hey, we met at so-and-so, hadn't talked to them in a while, wanted to know how things are going. Follow up. Just follow up. You got Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Get a business card. Don't just give them your business card or give them your IG and be on your way, because you don't know that. You need to get their information. That's what the follow-up is about. Here's my card. So they can use it as a bookmark or get tossed in their other 100 pile of cards. Get their information. Follow up. Don't do the IG connect, because if they don't follow you back and you send them an inbox and now you're in their like miscellaneous inbox and now you never hear from them again. Get their information. I'm going to tell you the best thing to get. There's probably 2 best things to get. That's an email address and a phone number. An email address and a phone number. Yeah, you can get the e-cards. I got an e-card. I get e-cards. You can get their IG. You can connect on LinkedIn, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'm telling you, I from the past to the present, an email and a phone number is one of the best thing. And use it. Call, and when you follow up, don't pitch. Just follow up. One of the best follow-ups I like is, look, I want to know more about what you do. Especially if you're in a networking session and you want to meet more people, the best way to break from that, and I might do a video on ways to break from conversations, especially if that person is a little bit long-winded. But one of the best things is to say, hey, look, I want to let you do more networking. I don't want to hold you up. I'm loving our conversation, but I want to let you go ahead and meet some more people. So let me get your contact information. Let me get your phone number, your email address, or your card, and let's connect. I definitely want to spend some time maybe after the networking event, maybe sometime next week, and let's try to get to know more about each other. I definitely want to know more about your business and what's a really good customer for you. Trust works every time. I mean, I have a few exits. Like I said, I may do a video on that, but that way you're not presumably rude, because you don't want to say, look, I want to meet more people. You didn't talk the whole lot and I need to move on. Put it back on them. Best way to work that out. And that way you can connect with more people and you give them the opportunity to talk to more people. So that would be the thing. So let's recap. Pitching, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. No pitching. Number 2, listen 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen, 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 listen. I'm telling you, listening is the best way. Even if they're not your potential customer or the customer you think, you don't know who they know. That's the thing. You don't know. I have been in situations where I've met people, got to know them, and they've sent me referrals. They never did business with me, but they've sent people referrals because I connected. Lastly, make sure you follow up. That's that reconnection. Make sure you follow up. So put in the comments, has this video helped? What's some thoughts that you think about when it comes to networking, or the do's and don'ts? What are some things that you've done that have made a difference when it comes to networking? Just let me know. I'm curious, because networking, even for those introverts can be a thing, but you could do this. It's in you. So for more tips on networking, social media, and marketing, check out my other videos.